United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba,
Caribbean Sea, not a country.
Caribbean,
Greenland, not a country. Territory overseas Denmark.
Greenland, El Salvador, too, Puerto Rico,
Puerto Rico is not a country. Territory overseas United States of America.
Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, and Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua,
Bermuda is not a country. British overseas territory.
Bermuda,
It is called the Bahamas.
Bahamas,
It is Trinidad and Tobago.
Tobago, San Juan,
San June, not a country.
Paraguay, Uruguay, Suriname, and
French Guiana is not a country. Territory overseas French.
Guyana, Barbados, and Guam.
Home states not a country. Use overseas territory.
Norway and Sweden and Iceland and Finland and Germany now one piece. Switzerland, Austria, Czechoslovakia, Italy, Turkey, and Greece. Poland, Romania,
Scotland not a country. Use overseas territory.
Scotland, Albania, Ireland, Russia, Oman, Bulgaria, Saudi Arabia, Hungary, Cyprus, Iraq, and Iran. There's Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Jordan, both Yemen, Kuwait, and Bahrain. The Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, and Portugal.
England not a country. Use overseas territory.
France, England, Denmark, and Spain. India, Pakistan, Burma,
Incorrect. Flag from Burma. This is what Myanmar flag looks like.
Afghanistan, Thailand, Nepal, and Bhutan.
Incorrect. Flag from Cambodia. This is what Cambodia flag looks like.
Cambodia, Malaysia, then Bangladesh,
Asia not a country.
Asia, and China, Korea, Japan, Mongolia, Laos, and
Tibet China region not is country.
Tibet, Indonesia, the Philippines.
Incorrect. Flag from Philippine Islands. This is what Philippines flag looks like.
Islands, Taiwan, Sri Lanka,
It is Papua New Guinea.
New Guinea, Sumatra,
Sumatra part of Indonesia is not in country.
New Zealand, and Borneo,
Borneo part of Indonesia is not in country.
and Vietnam, Tunisia, Morocco, Uganda, Angola, Zimbabwe, Djibouti, Botswana, Mozambique, Zambia,
Swaziland back Eswatini 2013.
Swaziland, Gambia, Guinea, Algeria, Ghana. Burundi, Lesotho, and Malawi, Togo, the Spanish Sahara
The
is
Spanish Sahara not a country.
gone. Niger, Nigeria, Chad, and Liberia, Egypt, Benin, and Gabon, Tanzania, Somalia, Kenya, and Mali, Sierra Leone, and Algeria.
Algiers not a country. Incorrect. Flag from Dahomey. This is what Benin flag looks like.
Dahomey, Namibia, Senegal, Libya, Cameroon, Congo, Zaire.
Incorrect. Flag from Zaire. This is what Dirk flag looks like.
Ethiopia, Guinea-Bissau, Madagascar, Rwanda.
Incorrect. Flag from Moor. This is what Mayotte not a country French territory flag looks like.
The Mayor and Cayman.
Cayman Islands not a country British overseas territory. Hong Kong is not a country regions of China.
Hong Kong, Abu Dhabi,
Abu Dhabi not a country.
Qatar, Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia exists is not a country. Incorrect. Flag from Crete. This is what Greece flag looks like.
Crete, Mauritania, then Transylvania,
Transylvania part of Romania not a country.
Monaco, Liechtenstein, Malta, and Palestine, Fiji, Australia, Sudan.
But wait, that's not it. There's a new verse in 2017, so let us look at that.
Montenegro and
It's Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Bosnia-Herzegovina, the Soviet Union is
It had been gone for 2 decades since this verse is made.
gone. South Africa, Georgia,
It is Moldova.
Moldova, Latvia,
It is not Belarus.
Belarus, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, hey, Kazakhstan, hey, then there's Tajikistan too, hey, Turkmenistan, hey, Kurdistan,
It
Armenia,
is Tonga.
Tonga,
It is not Palau.
Palau, Lithuania, Serbia, Kosovo, US,
American Samoa not a country. Territory overseas us.
Samoa,
The Balkans is a region is Europe.
the Balkans, Brunei,
Macau is not a country region in China.
Macau and Crimea,
Crimea is a peninsula in Eastern Europe.
then Eritrea, Ukraine and Estonia, here's Macedonia, New Caledonia,
New Caledonia is not a country. It's a French territory. Eastern Slavonia has never been a country.
Slavonia, Ivory Coast and Cape Verde, Andorra, the Solomon Islands, Dubai.
Haiti is a city in the was not a country. But wait, that's not it again. There's a newest verse in 2025, so let us look at that.
Haiti, Gabon, Burkina Faso, Sierra, Comoros, Croatia, Dominica, Ecuador, Grenada, Caribbean, Maldives, Marshall Islands, hey, Mauritius, hey, Micronesia, hey, Nauru, hey, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenadine, Samoa, San Marino, Salto.
It has so tone and principle.
Singapore, Slovenia, Southern, East toward City.
Saint Barthélemy, not a country, territory overseas French. Saint Pierre and Miquelon, not a country, territory overseas French. Wallis and Futuna, not a country, territory overseas French. Clipperton Island, not a country, territory overseas French. French Southern and Antarctic lands, not a country, territory overseas French. Antarctica, not a country. Heard Island and McDonald Islands, not a country, British overseas, territory. Coral Sea Islands, not a country. Ashmore and Cartier Islands is not a country, British overseas territory. Faroe Islands, not a country, territory overseas United States. Svalbard is not a country, territory overseas Norwegian. Kurdistan has never been a country. Alabama States, not a country. Wales, not a country, use overseas territory. British Virgin Islands, British overseas territory, not his country. Anguilla, British overseas territory, not his country. Northern Mariana Islands, not a country, use overseas territory. Mongol Empire historical is not a country. East Turkestan is not a country. Guadeloupe French overseas territory, not his country. Martinique French overseas territory, not his country. Reunion, not a country, French overseas territory. Christmas Island, not a country, Australian overseas territory. Cocos Islands, not a country, Australian overseas territory. Norfolk Island, not a country, Australian overseas territory. Tuvalu, not a country, New Zealand dependency. French Polynesia, not a country, French overseas territory. Canary Islands, not a country, Spanish autonomous community. Isle of Man, not a country, British Crown dependency. Guernsey, not a country, British Crown dependency. Jersey, not a country, British Crown dependency. Bonaire, Dutch overseas territory, not his country. Curel, Dutch overseas territory, not his country. Aruba, Dutch overseas territory, not his country. Saba is not in country, Dutch overseas territory. Falkland Islands, not a country, British overseas territory. United States Virgin Islands, USA overseas territory, not his country. Turks and Caicos Islands, British overseas territory, not his country. Ireland is not in country, Finland overseas territory. East African Federations is not in country.
East Africa as well.
Exoid is not in country. Congo is not in country. British Indian Ocean Territory is not in country, British overseas territory. Artsakh is not in country. Aphasia is not in country. South Ossetia is not in country. Cook Islands, not a country, British overseas territory. Hawaii States, not a country. Alaska States, not a country. Niue, not a country, British overseas territory. Somaliland is not in country. Transnistria is not in country. St. Helena, not a country, British overseas territory. Adélie Land is not in country, French overseas territory. Tierra del Fuego is not in country. Australian Antarctic Territory is not in country, Australian overseas territory. British Antarctic Territory is not in country, Australian overseas territory. Chilean Antarctic Territory, Chile overseas territory. Norwegian Antarctic Queen Maud Land and Peter I. Iceland is not in country, Norwegian overseas territory. Possessions of Norway is not in country, Norwegian overseas territory. Bouvet Island is not in country, Norwegian overseas territory. Ross dependency is not in country British overseas territory.
Tennessee, Mary Land.
West Arctica flag is not in country.
Northern Cyprus.
Northern Cyprus not a country. Gibraltar not a country. Auckland is not in country. Bounty Islands is not in country New Zealand dependency. Chatham Islands is not in country flag. Finlandia is not a country flag, looks like flag, look like.
South Georgia.
South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands is not in country British overseas territory.